We continue now at the top of Daf Samach Chesam and Beis Maseches Eruvin. This is Eruvin Daf 68b. The Gemara had just said that Rava was mevatel his reshus in his chotzer to the neighboring chotzer in order to allow them to carry some hot water that was in his chotzer to the other chotzer for a bris milah. And so the Gemara had said that Rava held like Rabbi Yochanan, you're allowed to be mevatel reshus from one chotzer to the other. So to that, Ravina says, if you held like that, Nesiv Mar Beduchte, so why doesn't Rava just stay exactly where he is? You don't need to move your stuff from the area where it was before to another area, because again, the concern was, Rava was afraid that if he's mevatel his reshus in the chutzner, he didn't want to accidentally start moving his stuff around in the chutzner, so he had moved his stuff. So now Ravina says, well, why don't you just leave your stuff right where it is? V'nevatel lehu lididhu, be mevatel your reshus in the chutzner to them, v'nehadra inu v'nevatlu leilamar, and then they could just be mevatel back right on Shabbos. So you can be mevatel in both directions. You'll be mevatel to them and carry the water, and then they'll be mevatel right back to you. Because if you hold, you can be mevatel from chutzner to chutzner. You should also hold, the Gemara Ravina is assuming it's connected, you should also hold that you can be mevatel, and then the other person can be mevatel right back. The ha'amar Rav, because Rav held mevatrin v'chozrin mevatelin. He said that you're allowed to be mevatel, and then the other people can be mevatel right back. Rashi says, Shnaim hadarn b'chotzer achas. Two people live in a chutzner, v'lo erevu, they don't make an erev. Mevatel zeh reshus elazeh, ad sheyas et tzarachav. One is mevatel to the other when that guy can do what he needs to do. V'yachzor zeh, mevatel lazeh, and the other one can do it, then be mevatel back, and the other one can do what he needs to do. So to that, Rava responds, "Ano b'haka Shmuel severely." No, on that issue, I don't hold like Rav. I hold like Shmuel. Damar ein mevatlin v'chozrin mevatlin. Shmuel says you're now allowed to be mevatel, and then the other guy goes and is mevatel right back. So Ravina said, "V'lav chad taimu." 1 second, the two Shmuels, aren't they all one reason? In other words, if you hold you're now allowed to be mevatel and chozr mevatel, you should also hold you're now allowed to be mevatel from one chotzer to the other. Why? My time I'm mevatel and v'chozr mevatel. What's the reason why you can't be mevatel and then the other guy's mevatel back? La mishum dekevun debatle l'reshuse. The reason is because once you're mevatel your reshus, once he's mevatel his reshus, estalik le mehachal agamri, he becomes completely removed from this chotzer. V'havalei keben chotzer acheres, he gets transferred into another chotzer. Vein bittul reshus me chotzer l'chotzer, and you're not allowed to be mevatel reshus from one chotzer to the other. That's exactly why you can't go be mevatel again. So mar nami lo nevatel. So therefore, in this case as well, you shouldn't be able to be mevatel from one chotzer to the other. So Rava responds, no, that has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with chotzer l'chotzer. Hasam hainu taima. Over there, the reason why you can't be mevatel to one person and then he's mevatel right back to you, the reason is because then this whole din of the Rabbanon of being mevatel is going to look like a total joke. I'm being mevatel my reshus, then I get my reshus back. It looks like a joke, but in truth, you could be mevatel from chotzer to chotzer. That's not an issue. The issue is to be mevatel, and then the other person is mevatel right back. Gemara now says, Gufa Rav Amar mevatlin v'chozrin mevatlin. Let's analyze this machlokus we just said. Rav says the person can be mevatel, and then the other person he was mevatel to can be mevatel back to him. U'Shmuel Amar ein mevatlin v'chozrin mevatlin. Shmuel says you're not allowed to do that. Leima Rav u'Shmuel bepluksa d'Rabbanan v'Rebbe Eliezer kamiflagi. Let us say that the machlokus between Rav and Shmuel is the same machlokus as Rabbanan and Rebbe Eliezer. The Rav Domer K'Rabbanan, Rav will hold like the Rabbanan, Shmuel Domer K'Rebbe Eliezer. Shmuel will hold like Rebbe Eliezer. Rashi here explains, Rav Domer K'Rabbanan, the Amri b'Mas Nisan, the Rabbanan say, Beiso Asr lahachnes ulahotzi lo vilohem. Let's say somebody is mevatel his reshus in the chutzner, all the kalim in his house become completely usher to move to the chutzner, not only for him, but for anyone in the chutzner. No one else in the chutzner can go into his house and move his stuff. The amri ha-mevatel reshus chatzero lo bitel reshus beiso. The idea is that when a person is mevatel the reshus in his chutzner, he's not mevatel the reshus that he has in his house. He still has reshus in his house, and therefore the items in his house are in his own personal reshus, and no one can move them to the chutzner, which is no longer his reshus because he was mevatel. So you see that when a person is mevatel, he doesn't fully take himself out. He's not like a person who lives in chotzer. So maybe that's connected over here as well. When Rav says that a person is allowed to be mevatel and chozer mevatel, the reason is because he didn't totally remove himself. So he's not like a ben chotzer acheres. The Rabbanan also say he didn't totally remove himself, which is why no one can move anything from his house into the chutzner. He's still considered somewhat a resident of his house. Shmuel Rabbi Eliezer, but Shmuel holds like Rabbi Eliezer. Damer b'Parakos and Pasin, Beiso mutar lahachnas ulahotzi lohem. that other people in the chutzner, are allowed to move stuff from his house to the chutzner. Me'achar shebitel reshuso, because he was mevatel his reshus. The reshus beso nami bitel. When you're mevatel, you're fully mevatel. And therefore, for the same reason, you can't be mevatel and choser mevatel, because you've now made yourself like a ben chutzner acheres. You're like somebody who doesn't even live in this chutzner, so you can't do bittel from one chutzner to the other. So the Gemara says, no, it's not necessarily related. Amar lach Rav. Rav will respond to you. Ano da'amri afilu de Rebbe Eliezer. I hold even according to Rebbe Eliezer. Ad kan lo kamer Rebbe Eliezer hasam hamevatel rishus chatzei rishus beiso bitel. When did Rebbe Eliezer say that if a person is mevatel the rishus of his chutzner, he's also mevatel the rishus of his house? Mishum de bebayis below chutzner lo dairi inshi, because people don't live in the house without the chutzner. Once they're mevatel the rishus in the chutzner, just technically speaking, they're also being mevatel the rishus in the house. Avola inyan is taluke, but when it comes to removing yourself, to make yourself like a ben chutzner acheres, miyamar, you think he goes that far? That's not necessarily true. Ushmuel amar no da'amri afilu k'Rabbanan. Shmuel can also say that I might follow even the Rabbanan. Ad kan lo kamri Rabbanan hasam elamai de batel batel ude lo batel lo batel. The Rabbanan simply say a person is mevatel his reshus in the chutzner. That's what he was mevatel. He's not necessarily mevatel his reshus in his own house. Avalmai de batel, but that part which you are mevatel your reshus in, miya estalik lagamri. You're certainly totally removing yourself. So let's say the guy was mevatel his reshus in the chutzner, he's totally removed from the chutzner. His house, not necessarily. And the Gemara now continues, Amar Ravacha Bar Chana Amar Rav Sheshes, that Ravacha Bar Chana says in the name of Rav Sheshes, Kitanoi, actually it is a machlokas tanoim. This machlokas Rav and Shmuel, whether you can be mevatel, v'chozer mevatel, is actually machlokas tanoim from a different Mishnah. Mishnah says, Misha Nosan Reshuso Vahotzi. Let's say a person gives up his reshus and he's motzi, so in other words, he's mevatel his reshus, but then he actually does carry, even though he had given up his reshus in the chutzner. Bein b'shogeg, bein b'mezid, whether he carries items by mistake, whether he does it on purpose. Oser, he now takes back his reshus in the chutzner. Divrei Rabbi Meir, that's Rabbi Meir's opinion. Rabbi Yehuda says b'mezid oser. If he does it on purpose, then he's actually taking back his reshus in the chutzner. That messes everything up. B'shogeg, but if he just moves things by accident, Eino oser, he's not necessarily taking back his reshus in the chutzner, and it doesn't mess anything up. So now Rav Sheshes says, "My lab, isn't it the same issue? Demar savar mevatlin v'chozer mevatlin. That one of them holds that you can be mevatl and then get it right back. Umar savar ein mevatlin v'chozer mevatlin. The other one says you cannot. Rashi over here explains, Misha nasan reshusul of nechotzer v'nei shachach v'lo erev. Again, the case is person forgot to join the erev and he gave up his reshus in the chotzer. Ulachar shabitel hotz mi beisol the chotzer. And then afterwards, he ended up carrying from his house to the chutzner. Ozer b'nei chutzner. It messes up the ability of the other people in the chutzner to carry. The other shakli the reshus. He's taken back his reshus. So now he says as follows: Rabbi Meir da'amar afilu b'shogeg hadrolei reshusei. According to Rabbi Meir, that even if you carry by mistake, you take back your reshus in the chutzner. Savar lo mesulaku. That shows he's not totally removed from the chutzner. Begabe bittel nami chozer mevatlin v'hadrolei. So too by bittel you'd be mevatlin v'chozer mevatlin. That would follow according to Rabbi Meir. And of course, Rabbi Yehuda would be the other position. So again, my lab hakamiflagi, the ma'ar savar mevalin v'chozer mevalin, that Rabbi Meir holds you can be mevalin v'chozer mevalin, you're not totally removed. That's Rav's position. Umar savar ein mevalin v'chozer mevalin. Rabbi Yehuda holds no, you're not allowed to do that because you're completely removed. That would follow Shmuel's position. So the Gemara says, Amar Ravacha bar Tachlifa mishmei de Rava. So Ravacha bar Tachlifa says in the name of Rava, lo, no, it's not true. The Kuli Alma ein mevalin v'chozer mevalin. It could be that everybody holds, in terms of the halacha mevalin v'chozer mevalin, you are not allowed to do that. You follow the opinion of Shmuel, you're totally removed from the chutzner. However, here they're simply arguing about whether we should make a knas, somebody carries b'shogeg, because then maybe he'll end up doing a b'mezid. Everybody agrees that if he carries his stuff from the house to the chutzner b'mezid, he has taken back his reshus in the chutzner. The issue just is, do we then say, okay, since if you do it b'mezid, you mess everything up, let's make a knas, let's find the guy that if he does it b'shogeg, or let's find everyone in the chutzner that if he does it b'shogeg, it's also going to be a problem. Mar savar kanser shogeg atu mezid. One holds we do make such a knas. Umar savar lo kanser shogeg atu mezid. And the other opinion says, no, we do not make a knas of shogeg atu mezid. Rav Ashi says, Rav Ushmuel b'plukes of the Rebbe Elazar v'Rabbanan kamei. Going back on the machlokas between Rebbe Elazar and the Rabbanan, so the Gemara had suggested earlier, maybe the machlokas Rav and Shmuel about mevadlin v'chozer and mevadlin, maybe that machlokas is also the same machlokas of Rabbanan and Rabbi Eliezer. Again, that was the machlokas Rabbanan and Rabbi Eliezer regarding whether other people can carry from his house to the chutzner. So the Gemara had suggested, no, maybe it's not related to that. And now the Gemara is saying, according to Rav Ashi, no, maybe it is, that Rav and Shmuel actually are the same machlokas as Rabbi Eliezer and the Rabbanan. And the Gemara now continues with the two dots. Amar Rabbi Gamliel. Rabbi Gamliel says, Ma'isa b'tziduki echad sheyadari manu. There was a story with a certain tziduki. He lived with us. So the Gemara asks, Tziduki man dekar shmei. What is this case of tziduki doing in the Mishnah? Nothing here was mentioned in the Mishnah about a tziduki. The Tanakama never said that a tziduki, you have to rent out the reshus as if he's a non-Jew. That now Rabbi Gamliel would come along and say, no, he could be mevatel just like a Jew. Who's Rabbi Gamliel responding to? So the Gemara says, Chisure machzer, there are words missing in the Mishnah. V'achi katani, here's how you should read the Mishnah. Tziduki hareu kenachri. First, the Tanakama says that tziduki is like a non-Jew. You have to rent out the reshus from the tziduki, just like you do from a non-Jew. But Rabbi Gamliel says, no, tziduki ain't no kenachri. Tziduki is not like a nachri. A tziduki can be mevatel his reshus as well, just like a Jew. And then Rabbi Gamliel says, Ma'isa b'tziduki echad. There was a story with a certain tziduki. Shahaya dari manu b'mavei b'Yerushalayim. He lived with us in a mavei in Yerushalayim. Ve'amar lanu abba, and father said to us, Maru v'otziu es hakelim l'mavei. Quickly bring out the kelim to the mavei. Ad shelo yotzi ve'yasar lechem. Because otherwise he might bring it out first, and then he's going to take back his reshus. But if we take possession of the mavoi, then he can no longer mess up our ability to carry. So the Gemara says, Vatanya, we learned in a Brisa, Hadorim Nachri, Tziduki Uvaitusi, Hare, Elu Osrin Olav. A person lives again with a non-Jew, with a Tziduki, with a Vaitusi, they would aser. Rabbi Gamliel says, Tziduki Vaitusi ain't on Osrin. Tziduki and Vaitusi don't aser. They can be Mavatel, Umaisa, but Tziduki Echad. There's a story with a certain Tziduki, Shoyadarim, Rabbi Gamliel, B'mavoi. He was living with Rabbi Gamliel in the Mavoi. Yerushalayim, in Yerushalayim, V'yamar Lem Rabbi Gamliel Levanav, and Rabbi Gamliel said to his children, B'ni, my son, Maru v'otziu masha tem otzian, v'yechnisu masha tem achnisin. Quickly take out what you need to take out, bring in what you need to bring in, ad shelo yotzi hatoy vazeh, so that this abominable person doesn't bring out his stuff, v'yasar aleichem, and he forbids it all for you, sharei bitel reshus olachem, because he's already been mevatel his reshus. So just make sure to take possession of the mavui, you won't have a problem. Divrei Rabbi Meir, that's the opinion of Rabbi Meir, meaning that's the opinion, according to Rabbi Meir, that's what Rabbi Gamliel had said. Rabbi Yehuda Omer b'lashon acheres. Rabbi Yehuda has a slightly different version of what Rabbi Gamliel said, and the version was as follows: Maru v'asu tzarchechem b'mavoi. What Rabbi Gamliel said was, do what you need to do in the mavoi achelo techshach before Shabbos starts. V'yasar aleichem, because once Shabbos starts, that's it. This is not going to work at all. Rashi over here explains: V'yasar tzarchechem b'od yom achelo techshach. Do what you need to do before it gets dark. Kasavar Rabbi Yehuda, according to Rabbi Yehuda holds the low polar Rabbi Gamliel el tzeduki kenachri. According to Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Gamliel holds that tzeduki is mamish like a non-Jew. Svirele, that's what he holds. Ve'ein yachol levatel, and bittul didn't work at all. In other words, Rabbi Yehuda was saying this bittul that the tzeduki did was nothing, and therefore you better do everything you need to do before Shabbos. Now, ulakamon parach. Later on, we're going to ask that that's not really what Rabbi Yehuda meant, because in the Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda seems to say the different. V'atzanan, because it says in the Mishnah, v'atzanan l'Rabbi Yehuda ad shelo yotzi. In the Mishnah it says, carry what you need so until he carries his stuff. Meaning, Almul Rabbi Yehuda, I'll leave it to Rabbi Gamliel. You see from there that according to Rabbi Yehuda, according to Rabbi Gamliel, Yachalhu levatel, that the bittul actually was effective. Uvahohu depaleg Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda was just arguing as follows: the kasavar la'achar chazaka nam yachol achzarbo. Rabbi Yehuda's concern was, even after the other residents take possession of the mavui, that's not going to guarantee them possession, because still the tzeduki can take back his reshus. So from here, the mashmos of Rabbi Yehuda is that what the tzeduki did, the bittul the tzeduki did, was nothing at all. Whereas later they're going to ask that from the Mishnah it was mashma, that tzeduki's bittul was effective. The problem is that he can always take it back. There's nothing we can do at all to prevent him from taking it back. So that will be discussed later. But in any case, that was the version of Rabbi Yehuda. The Gemara now continues going back to Rabbi Meir's version. Amar mar, hotziu masha tem motziin, ve'echnisu masha tem achnisin. The master said, Rabbi Gamliel said, take out what you need to take out, bring in what you need to bring in. Ad shelo yotzi hatoyev hazeh, before this abominable person takes out his stuff, and he's going to forbid it to you. Meaning you can actually prevent him from doing this. So lemeimra, does that mean to say d'chimafki inu v'hadar mapik iu, that if they take out their stuff before he takes out his, lo asar, that it's not a problem? And we'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Samech Tes Amud Aleph.